Oh, number 71. And this became an interesting story as I learned more about this particular woman and I. Of course, I've changed names in the book so that everyone's true identity is not revealed. But her story created reason 71 for me. There is more to life after the loss of a spouse. And I call her Tracy in the book. Tracy misses her husband and the life that they had together. But she knows that a new door has opened for her, and her late husband would have wanted her to live life at the fullest. He would have known that he had her blessing to do the same if she had gone before him. When they first received the diagnosis that her husband Gil had cancer, they both believed that they could beat it. Gil was one of those guys who was athletic and strong as if he'd live forever. He was willing to do whatever it took to cleanse his body from the cancer cells, whether it was the poison they pumped through his veins or herbal remedies that claimed to be a cure. The night that he passed away, their son was there by Gil's side. Tracy had stepped out for just a few minutes to go to the chapel, and when she returned to his room, Gil was gone. She believes that he wanted her to slip away quickly so she wouldn't have to witness it. He always protected her like that. Their son told her that they had prayed together as he helped his dad hold his rosary. For almost 5 years, Tracy lived with guilt and anxiety, feeling that she had failed at protecting or saving Gil. One night she actually had a dream about him where he came to her in a dream and whispered something to her that didn't make sense at first. Later it did. He said, "It's your turn to heal." She finally decided to volunteer for a local cancer support group where her life began to change dramatically. Her days are now filled with making new friends that she would have never met before, and she witnesses some amazing miracles. Reason number 63, you're not desperate to find a mate. So why haven't you gotten married again? If I had $1 for every time I've been asked that question, I would, well, you know what I mean. Single men and women are not lonely and desperate by any means. You are not half of a person if you are no longer half of a couple. I ask, why should I give up my independence and my privacy again? And I underline again in the book. Instead of looking for a new mate, singles are now looking for power and control of their own destiny. Being single will make you stronger. It gives you focus, allows you to indulge in the simple pleasures of life, teaches you simple self-love and the ability to appreciate yourself with or without a mate. Many single women now focus on building a life of their own rather than counting on a man to provide it for them. It has been said that singles are a potentially powerful socioeconomic group, but one that is still widely perceived as disadvantaged or insignificant, subordinate, or invisible. At times, our society has portrayed single people as washed-up spinsters and or confirmed bachelors. But in spite of the pressures of our culture, millions of singles are embracing life. However, they desire with almost unlimited independence. So what could be better than that? Reason number 62. The shower is all yours. Here are the top 5 reasons that I found to celebrate having your own bathtub and shower. Number 1, there is no one else in the house waiting to take a shower and worrying about whether there will be enough hot water for them. Have you ever been in that position before? Number 2, you can steam up the mirror and not interfere with someone who is using the sink or vanity at the same time you're in the shower. Number 3, no one is going to flush the toilet and change the temperature of the water while you're right in the middle of rinsing your face. Number 4, you can relax and be rest assured that your towel is still going to be hanging there when you're ready to get out of the shower. And number 5, if you don't have to worry about conserving water, you can turn on the shower and let it warm up for a few minutes before you get in. And there are just a few little luxuries of the steamy single life. Number 53. You never have to hide items in your shopping cart. Brandon claims that his girlfriend is the commandant of the food budget police. He claims that when they shop at the grocery, she insists on doing it together. She turns into this watch how it's done monster. She has to exhibit how to look for bargains, read labels, pay attention to the salt and cholesterol levels. It's so extreme that going to the grocery store has become a part of life that he absolutely detests. Anxiety sets in when it's time to go shopping, and Brandon has lost his appetite. He tries to hide a bag of chips or cookies in the cart, and her radar picks it up immediately, and back onto the shelf they go. Recently, she's been reading about how certain foods shouldn't be mixed together or how they should be completely deleted from their diets altogether, or how certain foods shouldn't be mixed with wheat products. She says it's not in their budget for a magazine or a video, and Brandon's girlfriend means well. He loves her, but she is no fun whatsoever. Brandon wishes he was single again and would never have to feel like he committed a crime if he hides the cheese. Number 52, no curfew. Taylor thought that curfews were over when she moved out of her parents' house. Her roommate Kelly thinks that they should both have a curfew and not stay out late. One morning, Kelly sarcastically asked Taylor why she just didn't stay out all night if she was going to be so late coming home anyway. Since they share the rent and utilities, split household chores, and even take turns cooking, Taylor feels that she has the right to do whatever she likes on her own time. When she's out on a date or comes home in the wee hours of the morning, she's always quiet and considerate not to make any noise and wake up Kelly. Taylor wonders if the next thing will be a complaint about her cat. Will she have to be sure that she cleans the litter box before midnight? Then what's next after that? Unfortunately for both, Kelly is either turning into her mother hen or becoming too nosy about Taylor's business. Taylor has not realized that she still has to make some sacrifice if she's rooming with someone, although she is just one step away from freedom that she's looking for. So until she can afford a new place, all her own, or find another roommate who shares the same kind of lifestyle, Taylor will have to meet Kelly in the middle. Reason number 50, and I should just stop here for a second before I go into this and tell you just a brief little history about what happened to me while I was writing this book. I'm also a singer-songwriter and composer. And as a songwriter, of course, songs started to come to the surface during the period of writing this book. And of course, I couldn't ignore that. And I turned all the songs that I wrote into a music CD, which also became a live one-woman show. And the show opens with a song that I wrote called The Dribble on Your Pillow. And it goes with reason number 50. If there's dribble on your pillow, you know where it came from. You know that you're really content living alone when you wake up in the middle of the night with one whole side of your face all wet, and you just dry it off with the sleeve of your pajama top, turn the pillow over, and go back to sleep. If there's any dribble on your pillow, you know where it came from when you're single. Doctors will tell you that you can cure this easily, just breathing through your nose and not through your mouth. But I ask, how can you control that if you're asleep? They also say to get accustomed to sleeping on your back instead of on your side, claiming that if you're on your back, it's virtually impossible to drool all over yourself while you're sleeping. The dribble on my pillow can be inconvenient, but nothing compared to hot flashes at 3 a.m. In my age, I can tell you about that. Could it be possible that we drool while dreaming about Mr. Right or buying that vintage Jaguar? Whatever position you sleep in, thank goodness it's your saliva, unless you sleep with an 85-pound slobbering mastiff. Anybody sleep with a big dog?